On this episode of Bujo Battles, I am featuring bullet journals from Planned Studies, A Small Study Blur, The Coffee Monsters Co., Organized Addiction, and Callum is Studying. If you don't know what Bujo Battles is, please refer to the first video that I made about the series, and as always, check the description box for information on how to submit your journal if you'd like to. Sarah from Planned Studies on Tumblr actually uses 2 notebooks for her bullet journaling system. She uses a yellow pocket notebook for her bullet journal and a Kiki K A6 weekly financial year diary. And so in her yellow bullet journal, she has a very simple key, her June gratitude log, which keeps her feeling really positive, and her habit tracker, which adds more routine into her life. And then she has pages for books and music. She has her daily pages that are very, very simple and straightforward. Then she has her holiday planning page, which she refers back to as she's currently on break from school. And then she has her monthly layouts and her weekly layouts in the diary, where she writes down mostly appointments, work shifts, workouts. She also prioritizes the top 3 projects in her notes section, plus anything she particularly wants to focus on. So she does most of her future planning in this separate notebook. I can definitely see how this system works for her because I do something kind of similar with my planner and bullet journal. So I think using 2 notebooks with each other can be super, super helpful, especially if you're really busy. This bullet journal was submitted to me from Ven over at A Small Study Blur on Tumblr. Her color code is super, super detailed, and she also uses an A, B, or C to prioritize tasks, and also uses a plus to denote any special plans. She has a page for motivational quotes. She has a page for her yearly overview. Her monthly spreads have either the traditional box calendar layout or this smaller calendar layout. She also has a page for her habit tracker, which ended up not being her favorite thing, so instead she started implementing a system known as a mood checker that is 100% her own invention, where she tracks her mood based on how she's feeling that day, and that's just because she does suffer from a mental disorder, so having this mood checker really, really helps her. Next, she has her dailies, and these have changed style as time goes on into a slightly more minimalistic layout that helps her and she says is more of her aesthetic. And I think her bullet journal is adorable. I like that she uses a larger notebook so you can space out things a little bit more and maybe use less paper because of it. So I think that her setup is adorable, and I can definitely see that it's super efficient and minimalistic. Some of you may know Helen from The Coffee Monsters Co. on Instagram and YouTube. She basically uses a binder system instead of a notebook to sort her bullet journal out. The first way she bullet journals is by using a horizontal layout with a date banner and then a to-do list underneath with some little cute doodles alongside. Sometimes if she's really busy, she'll dedicate an entire spread to one day. And the third method is a vertical layout that she uses. She uses these types of inserts when she wants to block the day and see the week at an overview. Other than daily spreads, she enjoys doing collections where she writes down long-term things she wants to do, like a summer reading list or 16 things to do before turning 16. She has a lot of banners and adorable ribbons that she often doodles, and these are examples of a couple. And sometimes she also likes to take her school notes in a similar format that she bullet journals in, and I love that she has such a consistent and very, very bold style of how she bullet journals. If I see a photo of one of her pages, I will know it's one of her pages because she has her own way of doing it, and I absolutely love it. Alana from Organized Addiction on Tumblr has a really, really detailed key in her bullet journal that has both colors and icons. And she experimented a lot with her calendar layout. She used the list and the boxed calendar format, but liked the latter better because she used it more frequently. She's changed up the look of her dailies, but has kept her color key very consistent. And I like that she uses both highlighters and colored pens to differentiate and categorize tasks. She has a May habit tracker that she liked, but she found it was kind of difficult to use. So instead, she kind of changed up the layout in June by breaking up each habit she wanted to track in its own little box. And that made it really easy for her to track what she wanted to do. So I like that she was able to really be flexible and change up her layout as soon as she found that it wasn't really working for her. And that really is everything the bullet journal stands for, which is to flexibly change up your planning system and do what works for you. This next bullet journal was submitted to me by Callum, also known as Callum is Studying on Tumblr, and he uses a combination of the traditional bullet journal system, like in his yearly overview and monthly overviews, but uses it largely to journal and put thoughts and inspiration down on paper. So after both the yearly and monthly view, he has weekly views. And so his old style setup has a sidebar for each day to put down events, and then a space to have a weekly task tracker, and he supplements to those with sticky notes, and then uses a list of 365 journaling prompts that he uses for each day to reflect on himself and how he feels. And he also uses the daily sections to write any achievements or events that happened that day. And as he started bullet journaling more, the up-to-date style basically has that similar layout but scaled down that weekly sidebar, and then separated the days using a line across the page, but kept the overall structure the same by using journaling prompts and keeping track of achievements and thoughts. He also started using more quotes to keep inspired, and also started tracking the weather. And as for collections and stuff, he has a study plan and tracker, but didn't really use it as much as he thought he would. But overall, I think that it's awesome that he journals in his bullet journal instead of really focusing on productivity and tasks, and I like that he does both side by side. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel because I post videos every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. You can add me on Snapchat and follow me on my Instagram and Tumblr account. Bye guys!